Green foods are often seen as the healthiest choice on your plate. Leafy, fresh, and full of nutrients. We're told they're always good for us. But here's something many people don't realize. Certain green foods can actually make gout and joint pain worse. For people prone to flare-ups, some greens are surprisingly high in purines, natural compounds that raise uric acid levels in the body. When uric acid builds up, it can form sharp crystals in the joints, leading to pain, swelling, and stiffness. And for those with arthritis or other joint problems, some of these foods may increase inflammation and discomfort. Today, we're counting down 7 green foods that may worsen gout and joint pain. We'll also share smart swaps and moderation tips, so you don't have to give up greens altogether. Let's get started. At number 7, we have seaweed, nutrient-rich greens from the ocean. Seaweed like nori, spirulina, and chlorella are often praised as superfoods. They're packed with minerals like iodine and magnesium, plus antioxidants that support overall health. But here's the catch. Many types of seaweed are also rich in purines. That means if you already struggle with gout, eating too much can raise uric acid levels and trigger flare-ups. Spirulina and chlorella in particular, often sold as supplements or powders, have been noted to aggravate gout symptoms in some people. That doesn't mean you have to cut out seaweed completely. If you love sushi, the occasional nori wrap is unlikely to cause trouble. But eating spirulina daily or snacking heavily on roasted seaweed sheets may not be the best idea if gout is an issue. Instead of leaning on seaweed every day, you could go for gentler options like kale or bok choy. They're mineral-rich, low in purines, and still give you that nutritional punch without putting extra stress on your joints. At number 6, we have avocado. Now, avocado is usually seen as one of the healthiest fats you can eat, and it does have plenty of benefits. But if you're dealing with joint pain, here's what to know. Avocados are relatively low in purines, but they're high in fats. For some people with arthritis or gout, excess fat, especially in a high-calorie diet, can worsen inflammation and weight gain, both of which strain the joints. Some research also suggests that while avocado oil has anti-inflammatory compounds, the whole fruit may still contribute to joint discomfort in people who are already sensitive to fatty foods. Enjoy avocado in moderation and balance it with anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens or berries. And if you want a creamy texture without the heaviness, try blended hummus or mashed pumpkin instead. At number 5, we have Brussels sprouts. These little green cabbages are full of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But for people with sensitive joints, they can sometimes be a double-edged sword. Brussels sprouts belong to the cruciferous family, which means they contain sulfur compounds. While these compounds are healthy for most people, they may increase gas and bloating, which indirectly stresses the body. Some individuals with gout and arthritis report more joint stiffness after eating sulfur-rich cruciferous veggies. Instead of Brussels sprouts, try roasted carrots or zucchini, which provide antioxidants without the sulfur compounds. At number 4, we have green beans. They're a staple side dish and generally healthy, but they fall into the moderate purine category, which means they can contribute to uric acid buildup if eaten in large amounts. For someone with gout, an occasional serving of green beans is usually fine, but eating them daily in big portions could increase the risk of flare-ups. Green beans sit in the middle of the purine scale, so it's really about how often you eat them. If you love your veggies but want a safer everyday pick, bell peppers or cucumbers are great swaps. They're refreshing, hydrating, and don't carry that purine risk. We're halfway through our list, and if you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a like. It really supports our channel. And if you'd like more natural health breakdowns like this, hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. You can even support us through Super Thanks or check out our merch below. Now, let's get back to the countdown. At number 3, we've got green peas. Now, peas are often thought of as a healthy side dish. They're rich in protein, fiber, and a variety of vitamins. But here's the catch. Peas are what we call a moderate purine food. That means they can raise uric acid levels in the body, and for someone prone to gout, too many peas could tip the balance and trigger a painful flare-up. But uric acid isn't the only concern. Peas also contain natural compounds called lectins. For some people, lectins can irritate the gut lining and contribute to inflammation. And as we know, inflammation anywhere in the body, whether it's in the gut or the joints, can make joint pain feel even worse. Does that mean you can never eat peas again? Not necessarily. A small portion now and then is usually fine, especially if they're part of a balanced meal. The real issue comes when peas are eaten daily or in large servings. If you're looking for alternatives, lentils and chickpeas are good swaps. Yes, they also contain purines, but they bring other big benefits to the table, like helping regulate blood sugar and supporting heart health. The key is keeping portions moderate, so you get the good without pushing uric acid too high. At number 2, we've got asparagus. Now, most of us think of asparagus as one of those super healthy vegetables. It's loaded with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. But when it comes to gout, it can be a real troublemaker. Asparagus is actually one of the highest purine vegetables you can eat. That means your body quickly turns it into uric acid, and for someone prone to gout attacks, even a moderate portion could set off joint pain. What makes asparagus especially tricky is that it's rich in purine nucleotides. These are broken down rapidly into uric acid once digested. So while you might feel good about adding asparagus to your plate, your joints may not be so happy about it, particularly during a flare-up. Does this mean asparagus is off limits forever? Not at all. It just means it's best to enjoy it only occasionally and not as a daily staple if you're managing gout. If you'd like a safer green to lean on, try hydrating vegetables like lettuce or celery. They're very low in purines, and the high water content actually helps your body flush out uric acid, giving your joints some much-needed relief. And finally, at number 1, we have spinach. This leafy green is often seen as a nutritional powerhouse, and it is in many ways. But when it comes to gout, spinach can be a problem. Spinach is high in purines, and studies show it can raise uric acid levels significantly in people prone to gout. Even though it's packed with vitamins and minerals, the purine load may outweigh the benefits if you're struggling with joint pain. Another challenge with spinach is its oxalate content, which may contribute to kidney stones, another risk for people with high uric acid. Lettuce or Swiss chard provide similar nutrients, but with much lower purine levels, making them safer choices for eye and joint health. So there you have it, 7 green foods that can actually worsen gout and joint pain. Seaweed, avocado, Brussels sprouts, green beans, green peas, asparagus, and spinach. Remember, this doesn't mean you have to ban these foods from your life forever. The truth is, it's all about balance. For many people with gout or joint pain, small amounts here and there won't cause trouble. But eating them in large portions or too often can make flare-ups more likely. That's where moderation and a few smart swaps really make a difference. Think of it this way. Instead of focusing on what you can't eat, focus on the many delicious, low-purine greens and other foods you can enjoy freely. Your plate can still be colorful, tasty, and good for your joints. So tell us, did any of these surprise you? Have you ever noticed your joints acting up after eating one of these greens? We'd love to hear your experiences and tips in the comments. Your story might just help someone else watching this video feel less alone in their journey. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more natural health tips, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. You can also support our channel through Super Thanks or by checking out our merch. Links are below. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, protect your joints, and we'll see you in the next one.